Good morning, everyone. Scripture verse today comes from Matthew 11:27. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Today, we are going to change out a headlight on my wife's Santa Fe. This is a 2007 Hyundai Santa Fe. This is just a basic job. We got a low beam that's out on this side. So I'll show you how to change that out. What we're first going to do is come inside the car. And right down here is your hood release. Reach under here. Tricky to do this one-handed. There we go. Okay. So the owner's manual on this would tell you to take off the complete headlight housing. I don't know if this is a 10 millimeter bolt or what that is, maybe an 8. But there's a simpler way to do this. So if you look inside here, let me grab a flashlight. I'll show you if you look in here. So the larger of the two is going to be the high beam. This is the low beam. Low beam is out. Generally, it's the low beam that does go out. It's used more. If you see here, this cap, these caps here, that's an access point for the headlight. Let me see if I can set my flashlight down here so you can kind of see. There's not a great way to do that. Maybe there. Okay. So we're over here. You just twist to the left. And if you see in there, there's your wire harness. And just on the other side of that, okay, there's your bulb. It's a lot simpler than having to take out the whole housing. So I'm going to see if I can find a way to get my camera in here and show you how to take this out. It's real simple. Okay, so first you want to take this harness and just pull. It's just a push harness that pushes right onto those leads there. So there's a retainer clip. Let me get something to point out what that is. Another screwdriver here. So this right here, that's a retainer clip. And if you wanted to be real complicated and give yourself some headaches, you could remove the retainer clip screws, but you don't need to do that. All you need to do is push down on this and under. If you can see, get my screwdriver in here. Right here, there's a lip that the bottom part of this kind of goes under. So what you're really doing is just pushing down and then over so that it can release upward. And now we can get the bulb out. Now, I'm holding it just like this so you can see. This is the way it goes back into the car. Okay? My thumb is on the top. This is the way I pulled it out. That's important because you need to remember the orientation. If you put it in wrong, it's not going to work. There's another way that you can tell. On some headlights they have this, on some they don't. You can see that the parameter around this, there's a little tab right here. That's an indicator that you can use for kind of an up and down. So this tab's going to go on the bottom. So here's the new light. So this tab is going to go on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get this in. I'm going to go ahead and push this right into the... If it's going to let me. I might need 2 hands for this. Sorry about that. I needed 2 hands to remove the retainer clip out of the way. Grab this and see if I can show you. This retainer clip is on a swivel, and if you don't get that out of the way, you're going to be fighting it trying to get it back in. So now all you got to do is push this retainer clip. This piece here, you need to push down. Oh, let me go down and back underneath. Focus that. So you see it just kind of tucks underneath that metal bracket, and then just push your harness back on. So the wiring harness is back on, and then take your cap and twist it back on. Now, grab my flashlight here. I'm going to check and see if we got headlights back. And there they are. Easy enough. So that's just a lot simpler way of changing out a low beam on a Hyundai Santa Fe. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like the page. There's plenty of how-tos and other fun stuff on here. And y'all have a good day.